Hi Twin Flames, it's Lisa here. So I've been coaching a few of you who have twin flames that are celebrities, and I just wanted to go through some of the challenges or difficulties as well as some of the rewards and positive things about having a celebrity twin flame. So I know for the clients that I coach that there's like an element of having to pinch themselves that their twin flame could be a celebrity or be in the public eye or be really famous or well known, incredibly wealthy, incredibly famous. And there's like this element of wow that you could be matched with a twin flame who happens to be in that kind of situation. So I think for twin flames who have celebrity counterparts, the first element is getting over the shock that not only are you on a twin flame journey and you're having to deal with the awakening process, you're having to deal with getting your head around the fact that you're a twin flame, because let's face it, there can be a lot of doubt around this journey. But then on top of that, you have this extra factor where you have to get your head around the fact that your twin is in the public eye, that your twin is a very well-known celebrity. And again, like there's different levels of celebrities. Some are like, I'm talking about like real famous actors and actresses. Other celebrities could be like musicians, authors. So basically there's different levels of fame and success. But if your twin is somebody who is like a household name or really well known in their field, then it can just be like really shocking to get your head around the fact that your twin is somebody super well known. So there's lots of pros and cons of having a celebrity twin flame. The first one is that you may really admire their work. You really might admire their craft. They might be incredibly good at what they do and they are super successful. They may be super comfortable, wealthy, have everything that you could dream of. There's all of those beautiful pros that come from that. But at the end of the day, this is a journey about love and this is a journey about finding ourselves. So none of those things like truly matters. What really matters are things like self-worth, self-love, unconditional love, and finding a way to come into union with your twin if that's something that you want. Now, if you have a celebrity twin flame, the biggest challenge that you're going to face if you are not a celebrity too is overcoming your self-worth and your self-love lessons. So the fact that your twin is super successful, super well-known, super famous is instantly going to put you on the back foot and make you question your worth. So it's going to make you wonder, how is somebody so famous a match for me? But this is one of your barriers to union. This is one of your challenges to union, is to overcome all of that doubt and fear and to remember that we are all one. We are all the same. So just because your twin is what society calls famous or successful doesn't make them any better or any different from you. Your twin flame is the same soul as you, so anything that your twin has or is capable of is the same for you. So the same applies for you too. So your main job here is to start to build up your self-worth and your self-love to feel worthy for your twin flame. And this applies to all twin flames, not just twins with celebrity counterparts. I know when I met my twin flame, I had put him on this huge pedestal. I thought he was the most brilliant and amazing and talented and gorgeous man that I'd ever seen. And I still do. But I had him like on this pedestal where I thought he was out of my league. He was far too good for me. What would a guy like that be looking at in me? So I went through all of those doubts and all of those lessons as well. Yours is just going to be amplified because your twin is super well known. So you are going to have to work through that doubt. You are going to have to work through really getting to understand your self-worth and knowing that you are a match for your twin flame, regardless of their social status, their financial success, or anything else. So the first step here is improving your self-worth and your self-love, and knowing that you are more than worthy for twin flame union. Okay, and the second thing here is to remember that your twin flame is still just a person, still just a soul in a physical body. So you don't want to put them on this grand pedestal and blow them out of proportion, because that's only going to put more pressure on yourself and more pressure on your twin. So the second thing here is just to remember that society may have blown them up into like a big famous person, but they are still just like you and I. They are still just a soul in a body trying to have a nice earth experience. And the fact that they are just well known to everybody else doesn't make them truly any different to us. And in fact, if you speak to a lot of celebrities or well-known people, sometimes they don't like being famous. You hear them say things like, I can't go out in public without being bombarded or photographed. I can't tell if somebody wants to be with me genuinely or if they're after my fame and success. So a lot of famous people have extra challenges figuring out who they can trust and getting through their everyday 3D life, because it's often impeded by public people coming after them. So a lot of famous and successful people have their own set of challenges, and a lot of them just really kind of want to be treated a little bit more like you and I. A lot of them don't want to be hunted down by paparazzi or photographed every time they go out somewhere. They don't want their latest relationship plastered all over the social media platforms. So you have to have some sympathy here for your twin, who is a celebrity, that being in that role is not as simple as it seems for them either. So yeah, work on your self-worth, work on knowing that you are more than worthy for your twin, regardless of what they do, who they are, how much money they earn, or any of those factors. And then work on bringing your twin flame down off of that pedestal and making them kind of more human-like. So this is sort of like what I did with my twin, and he's not a celebrity, but he's very good at the things he does. But just trying to realize that, idolizing him and putting him up on a pedestal really just makes him feel uncomfortable. When I'm looking at him like he's a god, he doesn't like that. He wants me to find that within myself. So, don't treat your twin like some kind of god. That's what God is for. You want to make sure you're treating your twin as a human, as a person, not as a god, because all that does is push them away, and all that does is make them run. So if you put all of that expectation on them that they are some amazing, out of this world, phenomenal person, quite simply, it just triggers fear. I know my twin said things like, I thought you thought higher of me than I thought of myself. Or I didn't want to let you down. Your expectations on me seemed so high. So we really help balance our twin flame union by bringing the pressure off of them, by bringing them down off that pedestal. It makes them feel better. It makes them feel safer to be more vulnerable and transparent with you. And it also takes the pressure off of yourself to be, something other than what you are. And that leads me to my third point here. You must be authentic with your twin flame. Don't get blindsided by the bells and whistles of who they are and what they do. Don't get starstruck. You don't want to be another obsessed fan. They've got enough of those. What you want to be is their safe place where they can be vulnerable, they can be authentic, and they don't have to be, in that persona that people have put them in. So for example, that actor like Brad Pitt, he probably has his famous version, and then he has his like sitting at home watching TV version as well, because at the end of the day, he's still just a guy, getting by his life. So try to treat your twin flame not as the celebrity that they are, but more as the beautiful soul that they are. They want to be seen by you, not for what they have done or achieved or for their success. They want to be seen by you for their soul and their true value, just the same way that you do. So you must behave authentically. If you behave authentically and transparent and vulnerable, that opens a door for your twin to do the same with you. Okay? And I know, again, that's probably easier said than done to not get a little bit starstruck around them because of their title. But you do have to remember that nobody's better than anybody else. Doesn't matter what they do for a living. It doesn't matter what their role is. You can have a healthy admiration and respect for them, but at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be seen. So regardless of whether they're a celebrity or not, they just want to be seen for their good qualities. They want to be loved and they want to give love. They don't want to be idolized or misconstrued as something that they are not. All right, so that's the third thing that you really need to be your authentic self. Don't try to change yourself to be something for them that you are not. Don't start, pretending that you have more money than you've got, or that you are more successful than you are, just to try to compete with them. We're not trying to compete with our twin flame here. It's not a contest. The twin flame is you. So you don't need to compete with them. You don't need to outdo your twin. If anything, use your twin as inspiration to help you find your true success and your true happiness. And again, success is not defined by money. Yes, that might be a small part of it. Financial freedom or success may be important to you, but success is finding peace. Success is enjoying your purpose. Success to me is having deep, intimate connections. Success might be just being grateful to be alive every day, or to bounce out of bed every day and enjoy what you're doing. So success is so many things, and you don't need to compete with your twin in the area of finances or success, okay? And again, this is where the twin flame is so beautiful, because I know, looking at my twin flame and all the achievements that he's done and all the wonderful things he's contributed to the world and to other people, I just felt inspired by that. So I didn't feel at first maybe I felt a little bit insecure or a little bit unworthy. But once I worked through those feelings, I discovered that he was an inspiration. His success, his stability, his strength inspired me to find my own. So use your twin flame to do the same. Use them as the reflection that they are. Use your twin's good and beautiful qualities and grounding to help you find your own. And not in a competitive way, just in a way where you feel proud of who you are, you feel satisfied with who you are, and that you are living your best and happiest life. And when you do that, you are a match for your twin flame. So it's not about all the bells and whistles. It's not about anything grand. It's simply about aligning to your soul, remembering who you truly are, and being authentically you. All right, I hope that helps. Try to normalize them a little bit. Try to get them off of that pedestal. Otherwise, you will feel inadequate. You will feel insecure around them, and you don't want to be like that around your twin. Your twin is coming home. Your twin is your safe place. You are meant to feel very balanced and very equal around your twin. So just heal through anything that's coming up, any inadequacy, any self-doubt, any lack of feeling good enough, any of that, any of those feelings that arise are the core karmic lessons on this journey. So they all need to be healed, and all twins have to go through those. All of us have to heal those kind of lessons, but we each get them brought in our connections differently. So your dynamic has just been brought in for you through your twin being a celebrity. So by your twin being a celebrity, that's going to push you into learning those lessons that all twins have to learn. We just each learn them through different situations. Okay, thank you so much for listening. If you need more help on your journey, I do coach people who have celebrity twins. Confidentiality is 100% guaranteed. Anything you tell me stays in the vault. And yeah, if you need a hand, please reach out. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.